Garcia here with Joe and Brian from Cymbals Eat Guitars at Local 506 in Carrboro, North Carolina. Thanks for taking a few minutes to kind of take a look. Want to take a look at the guitars and pedals and things they're using to get those awesome sounds on record and on your album. So let's start with taking a look at your board, Joe.
Yeah.
What's the point of entry?
You go in through the tuner,
Okay.
and you go out through the wah pedal. So it's like, and then out.
Okay.
Yeah. My new acquisition was when we visited Earthquaker Devices. They gave us a couple things, the Grand Orbiter, nice
cool.
phaser.
Oh, cool. What's the? That's Walrus Audio, right? The Voyager down
Yeah.
there?
I used to use that as always on, but I kind of have gone away from that now. And just
I can't remember. Is it a compress? Oh, it's an overdrive.
Yeah, it's an overdrive.
Okay.
And I use that TS10 pretty much on almost every song. The Peach Fuzz I use for a lot of soloing, a lot of my lead stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of high chordy stuff. I'll use Brian's. That's a Smallsound Bigsound Fuck Overdrive.
Okay.
Between the Tube Screamer and the Peach Fuzz. I use that one on Place Names and a couple of our other songs.
Is that cut more? Is that why?
It's more of like a gnarly kind of blown out fuzz.
Okay.
The Peach Fuzz is like more of a fatter kind of like if I do lines or like an actual guitar solo in the traditional sense, I'll use the Peach Fuzz. But high chordy kind of stuff is the Fuck Overdrive.
Okay.
Usually in conjunction with the Tube Screamer as well, because I like the mid boost.
Yeah. And the Dimension C, that's your chorus sound, right?
Yeah, that's my chorus sound.
And something I find really interesting about your sound is, you don't hear chorus a lot, especially when people are using lots of gain and because you're stacking some things.
Yeah.
And your chorus sound, it's really good and distinctive, I think.
It's like a grunge kind of thing, I guess. But I started using a chorus pedal after we toured with Hooray for Earth.
Okay.
Because Noel uses a chorus pedal on pretty much every song, and he's kind of my hero.
Yeah.
And I use that on almost every song on our new record. This is like one of the new acquisitions for the new record.
I guess the plastic covering is for sweat and or peer.
So I don't destroy. I mean, the other pedals seem to withstand what I do to them, but I've ruined a couple of T-Rex replicas. However, they've been very nice about replacing them, so
cool.
Good on them. And the wah pedal, of course, I've gone through a lot of those too. I break them. I don't know why, but this one has lasted, knock on wood, for quite some time.
Okay.
And this is actually, the whammy is actually Brian's old whammy pedal. I use that on a ton of stuff on the new record. It's really fun for noisy, freak out kind of
like in that
stuff.
middle section of Laramie? Is that some of that happening?
Yeah, Laramie, the end of Place Names, a couple of other spots on the record. I tried to, keep it special, but
yeah.
I like to use it on the old songs too, like Hazy Sea. I'll use it a little bit now. That's the first song on our first record.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's my deal, pretty much.
That's awesome. And you're playing a Jazzmaster?
My Jazzmasters are over there. Yeah, okay. I have three. I have two American Jazzmasters and one J Mascis Squire Jazzmaster.
Yeah, those are great.
Is so awesome.
Right? Isn't the neck just phenomenal?
Dude,
on
it's
those?
amazing.
It's
And
crazy for the price.
It's wonderful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Fender's very great, and Whipple uses a precision bass, a blacktop P bass, and I play a Marshall JMP from the early '80s. It's Canadian. It's a little temperamental. We've had to fix it many times, but it sounds fucking pretty good.
And is that one of the vintage cabs, I guess?
Yeah, I think the cab's from the '70s. I got it at Main Drag in Brooklyn.
Awesome.
Good music store.
Back to the Jazzmasters real quick. Did you do any mods to them? Are they stock?
Yeah, I have a Mastery bridge on my main.
Yeah.
And it's a Les Paul neck. It's a Les Paul style neck because it's wider.
Okay.
Because I totally wore down the frets and just decided not to refret it because it would cost more. So just have
do you have multiple guitars for backups or tones, or using different tunings?
Tunings. Yeah. I have a backup and I have an alternate tuning guitar. The black guitar is in CGC, ACE, and the other one's in mostly drop D and standard.